Welcome back to the Macro Gamer channel. My name is Mark Cassingham. Today we're going into our Shield Portfolios weekly numbers. This is going to be for week 65 as of today, October 18th, 2025. This is on Saturday. So as always, let's get to our numbers. So I've modified my slide deck a little bit, just a little bit, but this is going to be our Weapons of Finance strategy. This is the Shield part of our strategy. See on the left, this is our primary portfolio. This is a defensive strategy. It's focused on preserving and protecting wealth, continuous and stable returns, balanced diversification, global economic resilience, and dynamic management. So this is the high-level overview of how we operate this portfolio. So we have our portfolio's net worth. See on the right, it's our screenshot. We have a total net worth of $878.20. We have a total gain of $145.17. And we have a money-weighted return of positive 37.25%. So this is over the 65 weeks. Gold's really been kicking ass, so this is a much higher return than I should be getting, but gold is trading like a meme stock. All right, we have our portfolio weekly data for week 65. So this is over the past 7 days. The total gain loss is $19.78. So we had a gain of $19.78 over the week. And then the money weighted return for that week is positive 2.30%. So again, this is the past 7 days. It's October 10th. Then we have the portfolio monthly data for week 65. This is going to be the past 30 days, going back to September 17th. We have a total gain of $52.55. And we have a money weighted return of positive 6.51%. Sorry, my shoulder's killing me right now. Really good for the month. Really high for the month. Again, gold is just being a dominant asset in our portfolio, and we have it at 45%. So it's really overtaking the portfolio by a lot. There was a huge surge this week, as well as a pullback on Friday in gold. We'll cover that in the charts, but gold's been very dominant. Then we have our portfolio quarterly data for week 65. So this is the past 90 days, going back to July 17th, 2025. We have a gain over that time period of $92.33 and a positive money weighted return of 12.82%. So this is the past 90 days, going back to July 17th. Then we have our yearly data for week 65. So this performance is for the past 365 days. We have a total gain over that time period of $138.11. And we have a money weighted return of positive 29.51%. So our almost touching 30%. This is way too much. This is way too much. Look at the slope on this chart. When we hit was this late August, early September? Just the slope of this chart. This is all gold, remember. It's been going crazy. This is way too much. So I always say the operational performance for this portfolio is between 5 and 10%, which means in the good times and the bad times, hopefully 5 to 10%. The optimal performance is above 10%. So anything above 10%, I am celebrating. I am happy. Anything above 20%, like we are now, is stupendous returns. Those are crazy returns. And then I'm already tapping on the door 30%, almost 29.51%, so almost at 30%. So anything above 30 is like astronomical performance. This portfolio is not designed to get a high yearly return like this. Again, this is all gold, just surging these past few weeks, surging. So there will be a correction. I am waiting for it, but this is just crazy returns for a yearly performance for a defensive portfolio, not an offensive portfolio, a defensive portfolio. Then, of course, we have our all-time data. This goes back to July 19th, 2024, when we started this portfolio. My total gain is $145.17. with a money weighted return of positive 37.25%. So this is since the beginning. Total performance. Okay. We have our portfolio weekly percentages. Look at gold in 1 week. 5.38%. I've never seen that. That's crazy for gold. Over 5% in 1 week. Jesus. And keep in mind our percentages on the side here. We have gold at 45% of our portfolio with our GLG ETF. Bonds at 15% with our GOVI ETF. Commodities at 15% with our USCI ETF. US dollar at 10% with our UUP ETF. Stocks at 10% with our RSP ETF. And Bitcoin at 5% with our IBIT ETF. But dude, look at this shit. Dude, gold. Every damn week. Just crazy. There's going to be a huge correction. I might need to rebalance this portfolio just because look at it's 2% higher than it needs to be. I need to sell off that gold and sprinkle it on some of these other ones. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's the past 7 days. This is the week 65 monthly data. So the past 30 days. So gold at 15%. Jesus Christ, 15% in a month. Gold is just being a monster, I'm telling you right now. So here's percentages. Quarterly for week 65, so the past 90 days. Gold at 27%. Just stupendous returns for gold right now. Then our yearly data. Gold's over 70%. Look at Bitcoin down to 42%. Bitcoin's fallen off. Gold's at 70% for the year. 70%. 70 for the past 365 days. That's crazy for gold. It's crazy. An all-time percentage at 92% since inception. Almost 100% return on gold. That's crazy. I'm telling you, gold is just crazy right now. So we have my position changes. I have not made a position change since April 30th. I have kept with this portfolio and it is doing great. You know, if there's no need to change, there's no need to change. You know, if it's working, it's working. But there's times like this where you see a bunch of changes happening. Like in April of 2025, I changed 6 times. 6 times I've changed. You know, just in 1 month because that was tariff month. That was when Trump did the tariff announcement. So just crazy shit happened. So I'm glad I don't have to change anything. I'm glad it just keeps going, you know? Makes it easy for me. Portfolio and transactions. No transactions this week. And we have our Illuvium staking dashboard. So we have the current ILV price at $11.03. We have our ILV staked, total ILV staked 30.09 ILV. And then the total value currently with those two is $332.32. So 11.03 the price, 30.09 how many ILV we have staked, and then the total value. So also have dashboard for week 65. Then we have our vesting schedule. So we have 3 unlocks so far. We're going to have the 4th one in 7 days. Then all these other vestings we have locked up. Then we have our revenue distribution. Still no new revenue distribution and no transactions this week. So that is our weekly data. Now we get into our charts. Look at this fucking chart. Look at gold just in the past, like, fucking month. Like 3 months. Yeah, so it hit this fucking shit right here. End of August. That's when it just started taking off. But you see, there was a correction finally. Like if you look at it, it hit 4,300. It hit 43. It hit 40. Dude, it hit 43.75. Basically, it is tapping on the door of 4,400. Jesus, man, gold's gotta stop. This isn't normal for gold. This is speculation. This isn't actual like gold performance. This is speculation. People are pumping the shit out of this price. They're buying ETFs like me or futures or something. They're pumping the shit out of this price. I can't even draw trend lines on this. Look how fucking insane this is. The trend line is just, it's just crazy. I have to draw like just an arrow just because it's too crazy. But gold's killing it. And gold is the majority of our portfolio. Next we have commodities. So on our 5-year chart, just been on a long uptrend, just killing it on commodities. I'm still on this upper trend line area. So waiting to see that comes down. Bonds having a bit of a turnaround, just a little bit though, because on a 5-year you can see it going all the way back to the COVID pandemic. Oops, there we go. Oops, there we go. So it's been coming down, but it's been bottoming along here and it started to come back up. So the performance is returning. US dollar actually possibly finding a bottom. It's like a little like scoop right here happening. I don't know if it's going to continue upward or what, but in parallel to gold, to see this go up is kind of crazy, just from at least here from September 15th and onward. So it's been going up with gold a little bit. So there's a trend correlation there. Then we have our stocks. So our equal weight is barely riding this line right here on the lower trend, and it's keeping kind of around that previous peak all the way back here, November 29th, Friday the 29th. So it's been kind of going sideways for a little bit right now. It's recovered off this bottom. It's been going sideways, but man, that's the equal weight. If you look at the main S&P, which is heavily concentrated in like less than 10 stocks, even though it's the S&P 500, it's concentrated in less than 5 stocks. It is seeing some resistance happening right here. It's still in this long trend channel here. So if I go back, look how far this goes back. November 2022. There's a couple times it popped out, but overall, the majority of that time, it's been in this trend channel. It's kind of in the middle. It's kind of hitting resistance, right? Then, of course, Bitcoin. What happened to Bitcoin? Woo, look at that sell-off. Look at that sell-off right there. Oh, my God. Look at that sell-off. Bitcoin, so volatile. It's at 106 right now. Every time it gets to that 120, it's like getting rejected. It like creeps over a little bit, gets rejected, and it's still around this long multi-year trend line that we have going. So connecting all the previous peaks of the cycle. So I'm going back to 2017 peak, double peak in 21, peak in 24 and 25, and then just bouncing around between this 120, which is the big psychological round number that Bitcoiners have in their brains, and then this ascending uptrend for this trend channel. I mean, for this trend line. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. Why did I open that? We're gonna see what happens. But anyway, do our review. So I made slight changes in the slide deck just to add a little more information, hopefully move stuff around. But anyway, as always, keep doing my updates. Gold's killing it. It's almost pushing me at a 30% return over a year, which is just, that's astronomical performance for this portfolio. Remember right here, the second bullet point right here, defensive strategy. Defensive strategy. This is not aggressive. The sword portfolio is aggressive. The sword portfolio is offensive. The sword portfolio is focused on getting those big gains. This is a defensive portfolio, but gold is just acting like a fucking monster right now. So anyway, doing great, loving it. There will be a correction. I can't wait for it because it'll finally happen because I've been waiting for it. But up until then, up until that point, my portfolio is going to continue to do good because it's 45% into gold. I'm looking for that big enough correction where it pulls back, where I got to start reducing my position from gold to something else. But anyway, as always, that's the update for the week. So if you have any questions, comments, or criticisms, let me know. Have a good day.